Rob and Slim Show.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
All right. Hey, guys. This is Joel and Phil from Florida Men, the podcast.
Florida Men. I love it. I love the concept. I love the show. You guys are awesome. It's a true crime podcast about the dumbest man alive, Florida Man.
That is amazing.
I'm shocked that nobody else has done it. Like, it's such a great idea. Such a great idea.
That is exactly what I thought when I came up with it. You know, I was looking because I figured it was going to be a concept that we were stealing, but no, it was we were the first. And then
awesome.
3 or 4 months after we started, we've got two copycats.
Oh, now we got to shake them down. Are they also in Florida? Like, are you the only Florida Men podcast out of Florida?
No, they're also in Florida.
Oh yeah, you got to find them then, bro. You got to fucking.
We gotta put a hit out on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys, though, you're not originally Florida natives, are you? Joel's from Michigan and Phil's from Mississippi. How did you guys get to Florida? Because I feel it was either like running from the cops or like retirement or both.
Running from Mississippi. I came here for work. I moved here from Nashville. We grew up in Mississippi, but came here via Nashville for work and been here for 8 years. And yeah, I'm not leaving.
Wow. See, I don't think I can take.
It's 90 fucking degrees here. I ain't leaving.
See, I don't like that.
I'm done.
What?
I got shorts and flip flops on. I ain't leaving. I'm done.
How did you two meet?
We're actually both members of Jeep Club, where we both drive Jeeps and like taking them out in the woods and in the mud and just grabbing essing around out in the wilderness.
That's actually a lie. Joel is my pimp, and we met from that.
I was kind of excited to hear that you guys were just
jeeping
together.
Just jeeping, like a couple of Jeep buddies.
Jeeping.
But you guys have been around a while. You guys are like 41 episodes in, right?
Yeah, it's been almost a year now. We started last May, and we've been every week just putting out a new episode.
What's been the craziest Florida Man story you covered?
The ones I love are the ones where they get arrested and they've got needles shoved up their asses. That they have syringes, and they'll find them in jail and go through the cavity search and find 3 syringes of meth up their ass.
Holy shit.
Does that happen a lot?
I guess so.
More than once.
More than you did? Yeah. I remember a couple years ago we did one on a cat that came back to life. There was like somebody's cat died in Florida and it came back to life. It was like just zombie cat. It was crazy.
Florida Man zombie cat.
Crazy shit happens in Florida, I guess, because of all that heat.
It is. I don't know if it's the heat or what. It is. There is an unlimited plethora of stories. It's that we were afraid we would run out of content, and now we're actually having to go through and edit and pick and choose which ones we want to do. But it's the most amazing shit you'll ever. It's like he did what? How in the hell did? No, it's just the dumbest shit you'd ever come up with, and it's hilarious.
He had what in his ass? Yeah. Like,
so what do you do? I mean, being you're obviously not Florida natives, and you've been there for 8 years. How do you prevent yourself from transforming into Florida Man?
Ah, that's a great question.
Who said we haven't?
We just hadn't been caught.
As long as you don't get caught, it's good.
Yeah, that's the yeah. As long as you don't get caught, it's all fun and games. So what about you? How long y'all been doing this? I said you're up to a couple hundred, right?
Yeah, we're
almost
hitting
200
soon. We got to figure something out to do for that. But yeah, we've been 5 years doing this.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you guys. What is I want to ask too? Is Florida Man? Is he like a worldwide phenomenon, or is it just things people are obsessed with here in the States?
Yeah, Florida. We have listeners. I actually got a message on Facebook from a listener in Denmark this week. So yeah,
wow.
They are listening all over the world.
I was gonna say because a lot of times, and I've seen it. I think in your guys' links for your show, like a lot of times you get them from like UK. The articles. People are just like all about Florida.
The Daily Mail loves to cover Florida Man.
Yes, always. I do find a lot of Daily Mail stories about them. And you guys, I saw Paul's a musician, right?
Yes. Yeah, I do play. I get to. I'm a 51-year-old pretending I'm a rock star. So yeah, I get to gig a little bit around here in South Florida, and have a blast doing it. Pretend I'm a rock star.
That's cool though. What kind of bands do you play with? Is it the same band or?
We do. I've got a couple. I got a couple different projects, but mostly I do some solo gigs. I'll do some stuff with duos with another guy that I work with a lot, and then another lady I work with, and we do a lot of open mics and hosting other things to showcase the talent of musicians here in Southwest Florida.
Cool. And you're not a fan of clowns, I saw either.
No, I hate fucking clowns. No. I had an instance once, and still the therapist isn't working. So.
Oh wow.
What happened?
Was it like a kids party or?
No, I went to pick up. Long story short, I went to pick up a trailer it was our Jeep Club's trailer, and I went to pick up the trailer, and it was at one of our sponsors' shop, and his daughter had rigged it, thinking he would go get the trailer and open the door, and she had rigged a clown to come out of the trailer when the door opened. Well, I go to open the trailer, and it's dusk. It's about dark, and all of a sudden it was one of those motion activated things. So when I open the trailer door, this damn clown comes out. And it's this thing, and it's like I punched it in the fucking mouth, and it literally scared the absolute shit out of me.
The clown has a dented-in nose. After
it
that.
has a dented nose. I actually trashed it a couple weeks ago. I got tired of looking at it.
I was gonna ask, like, did they let you have the clown? Do you have it in the studio? Like, it's got to be hanging in the corner.
It should have, but I trashed it. I couldn't do it no more.
Want it. Fuck. Joel? Are you afraid of anything?
Florida, man.
I was gonna say, what about like fucking spiders and shit down there? Do they get wild?
No, you don't. You actually get used to a lot of that stuff. It's a lot of. We've done some things on animals. I mean, you've got just tons of gators.
Yes, that's
black bears, pythons.
Really?
Panthers. I mean, you got a little bit of everything. But you just, I don't know. You stay away from them, and hopefully they stay away from you. If not, you carry a 9 in your pocket and deal with it.
And also, it's so fucking hot down here that you want to be inside in the air conditioning most of the day anyway. So,
you both carry?
I do, yes.
I do not.
Yeah, we differ. Joe and I differ on pretty much 90% of our from a politics to religion to a little bit of everything. But we've been friends for a long time, and it's. My biggest thing with that is we can still disagree on everything and still be friends. So we still get along great. We have different point of views, and that's all right. You don't have to believe everything that's the same other person does, but we respectfully can have discussions and arguments, and we're still friends at the end of the day. It's okay. People with different beliefs can coexist.
It can happen. Yes. I was gonna say too, you guys should host like Florida man fights. You should find some Florida men and have them like fight, and then have like music, have like a mariachi band in the background, and then like you gotta get it sponsored. You get it sponsored by somebody, and then like the fighter of Florida Man gets like a prize or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Have you ever shot either a black bear or a Florida Man?
On the same night? No. No. The closest. No, I've not. No, I have not.
Have you guys ever?
And if I did, I wouldn't admit it on here.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious. Have you ever had to like pull the gun or felt like you needed to pull it?
Not on an animal, no.
Ooh.
What about on a Florida Man?
That's a yes.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Have you guys ever interviewed a Florida man? You gotta like track these Florida men down after they get out of jail and like do some interviews or just cold call them right on the show.
I know it.
We don't want those guys to know where we live. We do this in Phil's house.
I got a family here. No, we don't need that.
And it's not just Florida man. We actually cover about 40 to 50% of the stories we cover are Florida woman, and she's just as fucked up as Florida man.
That's the ones that you'll find. That's the ones the women is the ones you'll find in prison that has the syringes and the drugs and all the stuff shoved up their hoo-ha. Like they go through the cab, they go through and they get oh no, I don't have any drugs, and all of a sudden they go through, they pull out these monster bags of meth and coke and everything else. I'm like, how in the hell did you get all that up in there?
Wow. Slambo goes to Florida. Where do you go in Florida, Slambo?
I usually go to like Okeechobee.
Is that by you guys?
Not far.
What do you do in Okeechobee?
Oh, I hunt boar.
He hunts. He goes down there hunting every
Yeah, we go.
spring.
Now I don't. I hunted. I grew up hunting, but I don't here. But we go to Okeechobee, go fishing at Lake Okeechobee, bass fishing.
Where's the place though, Sambo? You said is just ridiculous. The Panhandle is that by
yeah,
there?
Yeah, the Panhandle's like that. That's like north. I think that's
Then
Yeah,
that-
that's
way north,
the Panhandle's lower Alabama. That doesn't.
Oh, is that a rough area? Like,
No, it's very very different. Very different in Pensacola. I mean, in those types of areas, it truly is more of your and it's stereotypical, cliche-ish to say, but it is lower Mississippi, lower Alabama, and Georgia. More of that type of lifestyle and that mentality. More of the weather like that. Once you get below Orlando, below Tampa, then
Gets
you really
better.
get into a whole different ballgame.
Oh wow.
I just know too. My buddy years ago, Tino, his family's from down there, and he wasn't from the U.S. Like they got to Florida. I forget where they were from, but it's the only state anybody can get a driver's license in. And so he moved up here to Jersey, and every time he had to renew his license, he'd have to drive down to Florida. Like you don't need any documents, you don't need nothing. You just need like a face, and you get a driver's.
show
Like
up.
you don't have to take a test or anything. You just
I think you have to. Do you
No,
have to
you
take
got to
a
do the test.
guys?
You got to do that.
I
Yeah,
thought
they've
Well, I
so.
did
tightened
the
that
same
up a
thing.
little
I
bit
lost-
in recent years.
Yeah, I lost mine a year ago and just showed up to the DMV office in Daytona. And they're like, "Oh, here's your new license. Should take your picture." That's it. I don't have to fill out a
serious.
form. I don't have to. No, just stand in front of the camera. Here you go.
We got you in the computer.
Okay.
And like cops can't come down there for some reason. Like OJ, like hid out there forever, like in a mansion. Because it's crazy. It's wild. It's like the Wild West
It
down
is.
there.
I love it down there.
You guys are like the penis of America, but we're the armpit of America.
Which part of Jersey y'all in?
We're dirty south. We're by like Atlantic City.
Okay.
I used to be up north. Slim, are you always down here?
I've always been in South. Yeah, I grew up on like the island, and then pretty much just here.
And then Slambo's from a little north,
Central,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go. I used to be a buyer in retail, and I would have to go to New York for market. You have to go to Secaucus.
Okay.
And, that was the absolute coldest I have ever been in my life. Was in Secaucus.
I just know they have all those like douchey like conventions there. They have like all sorts
was,
of
yeah.
all that kind of shit in Secaucus. In the Secaucus PenSmart or something. Some
God
big
Almighty, it was cold.
dumb convention place. What time of year did you guys go? Did you go there?
Oh, this was January. Yeah, we were there in January.
You don't want to be there in January. You don't want to be here in
No,
January.
no.
That's
But
when
it
you
was-
got a
what
good
was
deal
weird-
on the convention center, right?
But we went to a restaurant there, and we went in, and it was this has been a long time ago, but we went into the restaurant. Every man was sitting against the back wall, and everybody had suits on. Everybody had coat and tie, and as soon as we walked to the door, the whole place just shut up. It was just dead silence. I'm like, I
Look at
think
these
we should go
Florida
pick
guys.
another restaurant.
You walked into a mob scene, bro.
We did. We walked into a mob. He does far. Yeah, we don't need to be here. Let's go. How about Taco Bell? Yeah.
So going back, where in Florida are you? Are you in the West Coast or the East Coast of Florida?
Yeah, we're on the southern Gulf Coast, so
Okay.
between like Fort Myers, Naples area, so like south of Tampa on the Gulf Coast.
Okay. Cool.
So doing the show you do you ever get any hate from Florida man, Florida woman, or their supporters?
Or they're like family.
We
Yeah.
have never. I don't think we've ever gotten anyone to ever say, "Hey, I don't." Or that was me you were talking about, or that was my family you were talking about. I don't think to my knowledge, we've never gotten any feedback on that.
Now, my brother-in-law was born and raised in Florida, and he said, "What's your show about?" Florida man. Huh. All right. So he didn't seem,
so
he didn't
far,
seem
we've been
too
lucky on that one.
enthusiastic about it.
Nice. What do you got, Slambo?
Oh no, nothing. I was just clearing my throat.
Oh no, I was just asking you a question. You guys got to meet up though. You got to when next time you go down there. You got to go
yeah.
on the Florida Man show.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
what's
well,
up, man? The Okeechobee's literally an hour and a half from here, so it's not that far.
Yeah.
Do you guys think boar hunting is cool?
I would love to do it.
See?
There are some places here I've got rifles and some of our friends have gone out and done it. I would love to go do it.
You gotta
And
break
then,
Slim and like make sure he
I will eat
disappears.
I'll eat your take when you when you shoot one.
Yeah, we usually barbecue up the ribs too.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. You harvest it and then take it. Yeah, I would love to do it. We take the AR-15 out and go do it.
Oh, shit, I killed mine with an AR.
You need a Jeep with like a machine gun on it, or like you guys,
What makes you think we don't have one?
or like a fan boat, one of those sweet fan boats that they go out in. What else?
Take the top off and have somebody sitting in the back with an AR.
Well,
Yeah.
the hunt guide, he takes us out on like a swamp buggy.
That's what I was gonna
type
ask.
thing.
If you did anything like that, like,
Yeah,
do you guys
yeah.
hunt like crocodiles and shit too?
You
or-
can do it. It's
gators?
It's a lot more expensive though.
Wow, I was
Yeah.
wondering that if you could do like other things too. Like, do they do tours?
Yeah,
or,
well,
like,
they'll do like they just will take you. You can sleep on the I guess it's a lodge that they have.
Yeah.
You could sleep there if you want, but I don't really recommend it because they just have like a little like lean-to out there. It's kind of like if you want to rough it, it's
Oh, you don't stay. I thought you like camped on the ground,
Well,
like in a tent or something.
we find a camper that we sleep that
Yeah.
people rent out.
Cooks meth in.
Yeah, it's an old Breaking Bad type camper. We stayed in.
No, I would love to do that. I grew up hunting, and that's but it's not a lot of, as far as places down here to hunt. There's actually the hunting board. There's you got plenty to hunt. So it is I would love to do that.
I feel like
I saw
need
one on the side of the road as I was going into work about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, do you need to pay a guy though to like kill a boar?
It's not about no. It is the biggest thing is finding the land.
Yeah.
Is who's got the property, and
Yeah.
and so you'll find is certain places, if you've got somebody with a lot of property and they support that and they want them harvested, they want them off the property.
Yeah.
Hunting camps, things like that, you can go, but that's the biggest issue is just finding the land.
I feel like I needed one of you guys last night. I was smoking a cigarette at like 2 a.m. and this fucking raccoon the size of it was like up to my knee, just walks right up to me in my yard. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I never thought they got that big. And I just walked across the street. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not staying by this thing. And so I start going back in the house, and the thing starts like coming out the other side of my yard at me. I just said, get the fuck out of here, and I walked away. I was done with that thing. Done with that.
Yeah, we
thing.
should. Yeah, we had one when I was living in Tennessee. We had a bird feeder up on top of the deck, and she was up there they'd cleaned out the bird feeder, so I had a BB gun, and I would sneak up on them and open the sliding door, and I shot her, and she looked at me and hissed and took her hind leg and just scraped the BB out of her fur.
Wow.
And looked at me.
She's like, fuck you.
You win, bitch. Take the damn thing. You're good. I'm not going to. No.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to pull out the 12 gauge here at 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, just take the food. You're good. We're good.
There's so much crazy wildlife down there. I heard,
I had no idea. So they said like bears.
Y'all need to come down. Y'all need to come down and we'll get some tags and go do a python hunt.
dude, I want to do
Oh
that.
wow, that
Really?
sounds cool. That sounds fucking cool.
I don't know. I'm not down with that.
Like, well, what do you like? How do you do that? Like, wait,
Yeah.
can you walk me through a python
How
hunt?
do you guys how do you track?
You have
and-
to. Yeah, I don't know. Now I have no idea. There are people that are actually really good at it and know how to track them. And they look for certain. I guess the environment they have certain things they look for. But they do once a year. I think they do that. You apply for tags and you can. It's basically that the state put together this program to help to capture some of these because they're an invasive
what it is,
species.
a lot of it,
the Burmese pythons, and they did it to get rid of them to try to get them out. I don't know how the hell you track it. I don't know what you look for.
Yeah, it just sounds
just
like that python's gonna get you before you get in.
Walk around in the schmuck, walk around the muck or whatever, and hopefully, oh, there he is. Well, by the time he sees you, he's wrapped around and you're dead. So I don't know how you find the damn thing. So
How
that's
are,
why we
like,
bring a
track
friend.
'em.
How are hunting regulations
Let
out
the
there?
friend shoot
Do you guys have to pay for permits and hunting licenses and all that too? Or
Oh, sure. Yeah, just normal. Yeah, it's absolutely. There's seasons for everything.
Okay.
But
They have a contest for the pythons, and they actually pay you by the foot to harvest them.
You gotta do that, Slambo. Fuck
Yeah.
your camp.
I want you to bring
gotta
back,
go python camp.
around your neck, just a python brow.
we'll find one. We'll kill it. We'll get us some boots. How about that?
Be crazy,
Yes.
man.
boots, a fucking like suitcase,
A hat.
a
Oh,
briefcase. Yeah, definitely. Yup. Yeah.
We'll go Python. I have no, but I have no. I wouldn't even know where to start. I would not even, just out of the glades and like, all right, where do you start? I don't even know what to look for.
Right? Yeah, that's what
Just
I mean.
listen for the hissing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like
yeah.
my thing is like, yeah, once we find it, it's a little too late. It's a little too late, guys.
But those things get huge, and it is.
Yes.
They'll find 20, 30 footers. I mean, those things are monsters.
I
So I don't know
remember-
I don't know how they hide or where they would. I would have no idea where to even start.
Just like you said, I remember at least once or twice reading stories where, yeah, like a 20-foot one was found in like somebody's like crawl space in their house. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm never going to Florida.
There was something I saw as a meme where somebody lifted up like a shed and there were just a shitload of snakes underneath. It wasn't
No.
pythons, but yeah, it was.
I've even seen those shows where it's like, yeah, they go in and then they like to remodel and there's like, yeah, a nest of them in somebody's like, yeah, shed or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's when you commit arson. Just burn the fucker down.
There's probably the most diverse wildlife I've ever seen in any area of the country. In the South that I've lived is this is the
Really?
most diverse
You've been
of.
there? Wow.
Of different types of animals and wildlife I have ever seen. I mean,
Wow.
literally, it's from black to panthers to black bears.
The
There's
bears
black
shocked
bears
me.
in Naples.
I didn't even think the bears would go like that far south. I figured they stayed where it was
yeah.
colder. Like that's
And they're
wild.
protected. Yeah. And now as more land and things become more. They're getting pushed out of their habitat as more development starts, and there's black bears, panthers, pythons, alligators.
panther.
Oh
What
yeah, I
about-
had a couple years ago. There was a black bear that went down our street, and we lived in a gated community. This thing knocked over every garbage can on our street and ate out of every single garbage can. So I'm like driving down the road going to work, and everybody's garbage can's knocked over, and then I see why, because there's a goddamn black bear in one of my neighbor's driveway eating on the next garbage can.
I'm curious about the bugs because like I've been to Arizona because my grandmother lives there and it was always like you had to shake out your clothes so there wasn't a scorpion in there.
They're
Like,
just
do you get
crazy
shit like
bugs.
that?
Wow.
No, you don't have that. You have the biggest one here is mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
mosquitoes
by
are
far.
a pain in the ass.
Most every pool that you have in every backyard for the most part has a cage over it. You have to, because you can't sit outside around a pool without getting toted away by mosquitoes.
Yeah. Guys, we had to wrap this up, but it's been a blast talking to you two.
Well, thank you for the invite. We appreciate it. We were supposed to record our podcast now, but I'm 4 beers deep, and we either got to make a run to the store or this one's going to be a interesting recording.
Shit, I gotta catch up. I'm only 2 beers in.
Damn. Yeah, I'm like 1.5. Jesus Christ. You guys are.
Come on, you got a 2.5-hour show. You're not pacing yourself right, man.
Yeah, I've only had a couple of tall boys. Phil's a little bit heavier drinker than I am.
Where can everybody find you guys?
You can listen to us on anywhere you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or FloridaManPodcast.com.
Awesome. Thank you, buddies.
Thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate you guys. And thank you, and keep it up, man. I'm proud of what you're doing, brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm proud of what you guys are doing. Like I said, I love the show. I'll definitely be checking more out.
All right, man.
Thanks,
Thank
all
you.
right.
No problem. See you guys.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, see ya.
Bye.